Customization, transparency, profit. The HedgeBetter sports betting platform is a revolutionary concept that creates a competitive advantage for every party involved in the sports betting process. We are putting the odds in your hands, cutting out the middleman, and empowering a future generation of sports bettors. Look for the HedgeBetter sports betting platform coming in 2023. In the meantime, visit us at www.hedgebetter.com, follow us on Instagram at HedgeBetter, and subscribe to the HedgeBetter YouTube channel.
Welcome to Steele Nazz, brought to you by HedgeBetter from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Sponsored by Slight Edge Fitness and Performance in the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Episode 85. Big time guest here, Scott Zolak from 98.5 The Sports Hub, former Patriots quarterback, went off the rails here today. What do you think about the interview, boys?
Living legend, unreal.
Can I get a fucking round of applause for that guy? Jesus Christ. This guy brought the electricity.
Shout out Zoe coming on into studio.
Yeah, honestly, it was first big guest in studio, so it was nice to have.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He loved the setup.
I would not take Zoom for an answer. I was like, can we get you in here? And he said
also,
yes. I don't know why he said yes, but he did. And I'm happy he did.
He also hated these lights just as much as I fucking do, so love that.
This is the hottest room in America.
Yeah,
When you watch it on video, know that that's how hard he goes. The guy sweats for his fucking views. As do we.
Great to see. Back end of the show afterwards, we got a big fight week with Kings of Combat, Saturday, July 16th, this upcoming Saturday coming. Magic Mike's going to be fighting. You got Showtime Craig going. You got Lights Out Lang. You got them all, baby. Let's go. We also talked about the Celtics signing Malcolm Brogdon. I think big six-man for the team going forward. We kind of gave a recap of the Sox-Yankees series. They split 2-2.
Baseball isn't boring.
Yep.
Dakota.
There we go. Stranger Things Season 4 recap. We had some spoilers there, so later in the show, maybe skip that one if you haven't seen it. And then we ended with the hot topic of the week of Zach Wilson banging MILFs. So
throwing bombs, fucking moms.
Big week.
We're going to spin it now to the Scott Zolak interview. Great stuff to see. Great to have him in studio. We were all rocking shades. We were getting loud, making noise. Episode 85. Here we go.
Let it rip.
Woo! We're now joined by 98.5 The Sports Hub's former NFL quarterback, Scott Zolak. What's going on, man?
That's a hell of an intro right there.
Wow. Gotta make it happen.
That's it? Shit, that's it?
In studio.
Joined now by the guy who's played with the team, and he's at 98.5 now. How's it going?
How we doing?
This is like what
Happy to be here.
It's like the Chris Farley interview on Saturday Night Live. You guys are probably too young for that. When he did the Patrick Swayze one. That was awesome, man. Like that. You guys no fucking clue what I'm talking about.
No.
Jesus
No Chris
Christ.
Farley, but no.
Hardy and I go through
it's
this all the
Swayze.
time. Like you say that, like when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor, and then emails and texts we get to the station. You have a moron working for you. It was the Japanese. I'm like, no, it's from Animal House, and nobody has seen Animal House.
I seen Animal House.
It's a generational gap.
Yeah.
How old are you?
28.
28.
Yep.
I'm the oldest at 30 here. And I haven't seen Animal House.
That's unbelievable.
I do know Chris Farley.
It's one of the greatest movies ever.
Wooshie and all. That's a great one.
Come on, man.
So let's not
That's
spend
on
time
you.
on that. But yeah. So how's it going, guys? Good to be here. I want to say Quincy, but Braintree.
Braintree area. Yeah, good spot.
Yeah,
Welcome to headquarters.
Braintree podcast, but we're Quincy boys.
I was down in Wollaston the other day. I stepped on a syringe.
Oh, man. Thought that would be more of Germantown.
Yeah.
How's that area?
Got to be ready for that.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking.
How was your 4th of July weekend?
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
What'd you get into?
4 days on the boat, 4 out of 5 on the boat. Belong to that Freedom Boat Club. We do that with the reads we do with the Sports Hub. That's one of the cool things about doing it. All the benefits you get, some of the stuff, the side stuff, whether it's the autos, the phones, roofing. Beetle and I, Beetle's a Quincy boy. Yeah. I got Beetle hooked on the New Pro. New Pro's done an outstanding job. Not that we're giving him a sponsorship.
Yeah. Quick plug.
How much did they pay for that plug?
Like, the cool thing is, hey, what'd you do in the 4th? I was on the Freedom Boat Club 4 out of 5 days. So
Hell
yeah, nothing better than that.
Like a yacht?
No, we take them out of actually Quincy. So we go out of Marina Bay, and there's about 6 or 7 boats you can upgrade to double dipper, which is 2 engines, center console, and we just hammer it down to Cohasset, hit all the beaches.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Typical
Perfect.
Cape stuff. Yeah.
You ever go to like World's End, the Spit?
Yeah, that's where we hang out. World's End. Yep.
That's one of my spots.
World's End's the best, man. Anytime you take a boat, anchor up, and just put it up to your knees. Yeah,
there
the water. No,
Right.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm a big, as you can tell, I'm a big anti-shark guy.
Yep.
So I don't get in the water where I can't see. So.
Oh, no. It sounds brutal.
Yeah.
Before we get into your career and stuff, these guys have a big fight in our promotion, Kings of Combat, on Saturday. So they're both fighting in an amateur fight.
Like a real fight?
Boxing.
real fight.
Yeah,
Exhibition
It's
round.
like rough and rowdy-ish,
You
but
think it's all kosher and all that. So Max Lane, who I played with, was one of my former buddies. He did a fundraiser with LB, Lyndon Byers, the old Bruins goon, who was on AAF with Hillman.
Yep.
And it was supposed to be one of those friendly fights. LB knocked him the fuck out. Like,
See you later.
if
Yeah.
you don't know how to fight, you don't know how. It's.
do you have any advice for either of us to prevent?
I would say
give us like your best advice.
Big that you get hit square in the face, like right in the nose or the cheek. You can take it. It's the grazing. It's you don't even have to
The
hit
chin,
him hard. Just it's the way you walk by someone like this. Oh, it got me.
All done.
I didn't drill him. It's the grazing. It's glass jaw. Watch the glass
Naz's
jaw.
arm
I
is
got,
dead for
I
the
got a
day.
sunburn from the other day.
Taking him down. Yeah.
Hey, at least he took the ring off. of
And
that.
back to that
Yeah.
topic too. So like mine started as a friendly exhibition between me and this kid. We're like, we're companions, we're friends, we're good partners. We've drinking together before, but so a bunch of his friends kept coming up to me this weekend. So I'm like, oh yeah, like buddy, I hope you're on his side. Like I'm knocking him out, then you out after. So he ended up catching wind of this weekend. So we were like all buddy until this weekend. He was sending out snaps. He's like, keep hearing stories of Craig talking shit. I'm gonna have to hurt this kid now.
This fucking guy. He's got a Gostowski look to him. Same delivery and everything. So I'm buddies with Steve. But you remind me of Gostowski. It's like his twin.
Appreciate that.
Oh, that's good or bad.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
I'd go toe to toe partying
Good
with
kicker.
Gostowski.
Good
Yeah,
kill.
you
He'll
got-
put you under.
You got the leg?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See, that's the
I
thing
got
with
three. I got 3 of them. It helps out.
That's why tripod. That's the one thing about kickers. They could drink more than anybody because they don't have to practice the next day.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
How are
Matt Barr and Diassi were hammered every day at practice.
good to know. Yeah, give us how are the Pats looking? Give us the inside info.
I'm talking to a lot of people. I mean, there's going to be some changes on the offense. Some of that zone blocking where everything is so hole specific and everything's technical. And Tom took that offense to that level. Having Charlie Weiss, Billy O'Brien, Josh for like 15 years. When you're 20 years into it, it becomes your offense, and it's so about perfection and spot perfect. If we're running a route, it's a double read route. You're reading coverage. You're breaking it. I expect you to be here. And it didn't work with some receivers. I think that was some of Tom's frustration of why he's not here anymore. But I think they're not dumbing it down. They're simplifying it to, hey, Aguilar, you got to post. We're not going to double read this thing. So get out there and just run a post or run a curl, run a comeback. And I think that helps guys. And I think the zone blocking is going to be good. I think the backs are good. Like Harris and Stevenson, that combo.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they're both going to tote the rock and cross your fingers with James White. Hopefully he can give you something.
Yeah, on third down
Hope that
especially.
comes back. Yeah.
I just think they have a lot of guys on like a prove it year, like with Aguilar to your point.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick Bourne could. I mean, I heard you guys talking today to tight end there.
Did you listen to the show? That's good.
Yeah, I do once or twice. I'm trying to.
Johnny
what's it?
Smith?
Johnny Smith.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. But yeah, it seems like they're all on prove it years, and then defensively you lose a guy like J.C. Jackson. Even I think Kyle Van Noy was kind of like an underrated loss too. I think they're really gonna have to come around and do everything they can defensively.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the offense, big second year for Mac Jones, but I think defensively is where they're gonna have to pay attention the most.
I expect it to be better. And I know everybody's up in arms over coordinators, this and that. As am I. I mean, I remember Drew's first year when I was with Drew. We had 5 different offensive coordinators the first 5 years. So it's about stability and building that offense with the guy, which is what made Tom so good about keeping Charlie and then keeping Billy, then keeping Josh, or having Josh come back and then being the guy after he was a head guy. So we'll see where this thing goes. Like, Matty Pete's not stupid, nor is Joe Judge. And I think people like to make fun of those guys. Yeah, they went on to be head coaches elsewhere. But when you come back and you're not in control of 53 guys, now all of a sudden you only got 21 you got to worry about. And let Bill deal with the overseeing of the entire team. Sorry. But I think you're better fitted as an assistant than you are. Like, look at guys like Skarnecki and Ivan Fierce. Career assistants for life. There's a reason they know their spot.
Yeah.
And
Even Josh
with
came back.
Patricia, like you're not on the Lions anymore either.
yeah, and you're not there trying. You're
That's
not
big.
trying to be something you're not. I think Matt went there and tried to be Bill, and you can't do that. There's only one Bill. Bill's great.
Yeah.
And Bill figured it out.
Are you Team Bill or Team Tom?
Always team Bill.
All right, yeah.
Like they effed up. This thing should have never got to the point it was at. And the problem was they kept letting Tom cover up for, any other insecurities or deficiencies within the team. And the telling thing for me was that one year we were down in Baltimore and they were 8-0, and Tom was just miserable because I'm like, "What's wrong with you, man?" He said, "I know where this is heading. I know where this is heading." He goes, "We're good. We're not good enough to win it all." And 8 weeks in, but Tom's been through it. He knows the team at that point. And the good thing now for them is you got a guy that you're basically hand feeding, Mac Jones, that takes everything and just loves it all. It's like Tom in his early days. So it's good. It should be good. Hey, 20 years is a long time. for anything.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Shit, half you guys aren't even fucking 20 yet. You know? It's like, the oldest guy here is 30, and I'm sitting here at 53. And I'm like, I'm doing this with these guys.
You don't look a day over 35.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, my wife and I have been married 25 years next year. So
Hell yeah.
25 is a long time.
Hell yeah.
Buddy.
Definitely have that appreciation for that.
It gets better every year, me and her.
How many kids do you have?
Oh, yeah.
3.
3 kids?
Yep.
Is the oldest one the one you're
We didn't try to have any kids. Just kids popping out left and right. I had to go get cut.
We know a guy like that, Johnny Damon.
Oh man, I had a guy.
Shout out Johnny.
I had a buddy that was supposed to get it, got it, ended up getting pregnant after it reconnected somehow. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know how it reconnects. But they tell me if they take enough of that vas deferens out, it's not going to reconnect. It reconnected. He had twins after it.
Yeah, Johnny said he had to get
Damn,
cut
like
twice.
somehow you fuck someone over in life. To
Yeah,
get
I think Johnny's on his 3rd vasectomy with 8 kids.
I don't even think Johnny knew if he had a vasectomy. Like when Johnny went to the Yankees, he's like, I am the piece of the puzzle. What does that even mean?
Johnny has
the puzzle.
He has a good ego. I like his attitude. Even when we talk about baseball and we're like, who's the best hitter? Like when you're in, he's like, if you don't look at my numbers and think I was the best hitter in baseball at the time, like you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, my favorite recent Damon thing was when the U.S. Open was here in Brookline, and Johnny was up and he was pushing some product of a buddy of his. And some drink. Tell me about it. That he went on the morning news with Gene Levanchi had him on, like Fox 25.
Yeah, the A game.
Yeah, whatever. Tell me about the A game. It's a really good game. You know, and you want to be on top of your game, and it's kind of your A game. What else you got? Like, interview was over. I think we replayed it on the show because we were looking, and it was up on. And Touch and Rich had this too because they're like, "Holy shit, Johnny Damon's getting interviewed. Somebody run on this because it's going one
something's
way.
going on there. Yeah,
I want to throw pumpkins off the hotel and make it in front of people on
I have noticed that in his promotions for this product, he almost never talks about the product. It's more of like the idea behind it.
He doesn't know because they gave him like, okay, here you got bullet points.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bullets you put in a gun? No,
Himalayan
bullet points.
salt, some honey in there.
Yeah, just
he is our guest of the year.
Yeah.
So we can't.
No, I love Damon. That's what I love.
Let's say we love him.
That's the best thing about sports is you don't have to have, on football, it's 53 guys. Basketball, a certain number. Baseball, whatever, 20 plus. So you don't have to have the same robotic, same guy. You got guys of all different upbringings that come together to play for one thing only, and that's to go out there and win a game. And that's what makes it great. And I play with a lot of guys like Johnny. And like Gronkowski, lights are on, no one's home. Yeah. He's talking to Zoom. 2 years ago when he was down in Tampa, like Karen Garrigan's there. He's like, "Oh, hello, Karen. How are you? Oh, you're in the computer." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Zoom. You're not here. You're on the computer." But smartest football guy you ever be around.
Oh yeah. That
He's
he's in the
tight
end
end
zone.
ever
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah.
And speaking of your early days, what was it like when you first entered the NFL in 1991?
Oh my God. Back when I got drafted, it was 12 rounds. So I finally went first pick in the 4th round. Barely made it in the first day. It was a long draft. So I thought I was going to Steelers or the Redskins or something. Washington Commandos now. Be worried about it. That's what's changed. What's changed in 35 years. Can't say that name. And one of the first teams to work me out was Washington. They came to Maryland, and they're literally 10 miles down the road. So you develop a rapport with them, and it was Bobby Beathard. He was a general manager of the Redskins at the time. But the Steelers got interested, and then the Patriots called, and Dick McPherson was the head coach. And I almost went to Syracuse. Dick recruited me hard to go there. I could have went anywhere coming out of high school. I was number 1 kid coming out of the state of Pennsylvania. But he said, "Shit, you didn't come to Syracuse." I'm like, "Yeah, coach was too cold." He goes, "Well, you're coming to the Patriots. I fucking drafted you. So you got to be on a flight in 4 hours." So I landed. There's a guy by the name of Aaron Salkin who still works for the team. He works under Stacey James at PR. And Salkin's standing there, and he's got a sign held up and says Zolak, Z-O-L-L-O-C-K. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, they already fucked my name up."
Yeah, God damn it.
So I get in. I'm getting a white van, and there was no Ted Williams Tunnel at the time. There was one tunnel to get in the city, Sumner and Callahan. And, of course, I fly in at, 5:30, 5:45 on a Friday, a cold, rainy night in April. Like shitty weather here in New England. Never been to Boston before. But I knew the Celtics. I was a big Larry Bird fan. Loved the short shorts. Loved him and McHale and those guys.
Converse
DJ.
sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the white or the black?
The white.
Yeah, you got it.
I used to play with the Chuck Taylors in high school. Like high school and junior high. Our shoes were Chuck Taylors they gave us. And we laced those sucker up. It was awesome. And then when the leather came out with the side thing, we had to color it in green because green was our color. Because you had that neutral color on the side. You could use a marker to color it in. But I remember him picking me up, and we finally get through the tunnel. It was like a 3-hour, 45-minute ride to Foxborough. And when you're going to Foxborough, when you've never been there and it's already 4 hours, it feels like fucking 10 hours on the way there. So the van's fogged up. It's cold outside. And We're past Sullivan Stadium. It was Foxborough Stadium at the time, after Sullivan. And he goes, look through the left. And I rub my window, and I look, and there's a Foxborough Stadium. The old sign was literally like 10 feet off the road. He goes, that's your stadium. We're taking you to your hotel now. I'm like, oh, this is great. We go down over the fucking hill, and he takes a right, goes right into the end zone motor lodge. So we go in. Mr. Zolak has a suite upstairs. I'm like, oh, sweet. Start smelling chlorine when I get close to the room. There was a hot tub, an individual hot tub standing up inside the room with a dial tone phone, like with the rotary dial.
Oh, yep.
And Mr. Zolak, if you want anything, chicken wings. You have chicken wings till about 11 o'clock downstairs in the sports bar. And I go downstairs, there's no sports bar. It's a bar. It's not a sports bar. So I call my dad, and I said, Dad, I think I made it. Until the next day, you get to the stadium. And then you go in the locker room, and my locker room in high school was nicer than the Patriots locker room at that time. But I'll tell you what, like when Parcells took over, and football became important here, to see that stadium go from a quarter full to completely packed, and you got that one big jumbotron in the south end zone.
Yeah.
It was an intimate bleacher, great old school throwback type football stadium that got really loud 95, 96, 97 when we went to the Super Bowl. And that started it all, man. Parcells and Kraft deserves a lot of credit for hiring that guy. And I know Werthwein technically got him, but when Kraft gets the team and keeps it, and then eventually brings Belichick, develops that relationship with him. And Pete Carroll was good too. It's different. That's a nice thing I have to talk about with people after my career was over was play for Bill Parcells, play for Pete Carroll, play for Jimmy Johnson at the end of my career. So a lot of Hall of Fame coaches in there.
Yeah.
And you could do it different ways. And I thought the cool thing about Pete was like one of your buddies. Parcells was never your buddy. You hated that fucking guy. Like I still have nightmares, cold sweats. Yeah. You hear that? I tell the stories on the show. I'll still wake up middle of the night sweating like, oh, you didn't make weight, fat ass this week? I'm like, oh, that's a lot coming from a Dunkin' Donuts guy that does ads. But Pete was a total opposite. Pete tried to bring the collegiate atmosphere to the pro level, and it didn't work at that time. But it did after you went to SC. So you win 3 championships at SC, then you take that to Seattle. It works in Seattle. And there's the thing I learned is there's different ways to do it. Jimmy Johnson's more like Belichick to me, not Parcells, but Belichick. Like quiet, very concentrated, but when he speaks, he speaks for a reason. So there's different ways to skin a cat. Not you want to skin cats.
Fair.
Ever.
That's fair.
I'm sure we all saw the Man in the Arena, the first episode there with Bledsoe. I know you played behind him. Who was he, like the type of player he was, and just how was it playing with Drew Bledsoe?
I think I knew I was sort of doomed at that point when he came in. I started, like, you could tell when you play catch with someone. When you get this 6'5" tool bag from wall to wall, comes in on a motorcycle. He and his dad rode motorcycles. Real cool story, cross country, which is great. He comes in, he's got like an Air Jordan tearaway suit, wraparound sunglasses. And we play catch. He almost cut my hand when we were playing catch, like from 12 yards away. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's pretty good. He can throw.
God damn it.
Like I remember watching Marino, and I played Marino too, and that was cool. Danny could throw hard. Elway could throw hard. Drew could throw hard. Jeff George was a really hard thrower too. But you just knew, okay, this guy's going to be the starter, his number one pick. You either accept your role as a backup and Dill, and then Drew and I became very good friends, best friends after that. But a lot of the stories that you hear about Steve Grogan, I would say, are similar to what I would tell about Drew. Tough son of a bitch, like never got knocked out of a game. The stuff that most of these guys go through, and I think Tom did a lot of that too, shooting yourself up at halftime before games, broken bones, separated shoulder, torn Achilles, all that stuff, and continuing to play without ever getting out because Bill would never let that stuff out. When Bledsoe broke the tip of his finger off the helmet in that, was that Buffalo game? And I could just tell something was wrong looking at him because he's grabbing his finger. Something wasn't right, but he shattered the tip of his finger, and they had to put a pin in. But when they put the pin in, they had to leave a quarter inch of the pin sticking out of the tip of the finger. So for everybody knows, if you're a quarterback, you're right-handed, the index finger is the last one to leave the ball. So we're sitting there, and okay, I'm getting all ready to play all week, 5 days of practice. Friday comes around, doctor comes over and says, Drew, what if we shoot it up? If we try to numb it and we put a brace behind it, do you think you might try to want to play? I'm like, fuck that. You fucking never see it. That's my time.
Helmet's already on, man.
So, but he did that. So Friday came, and I remember them, and I remember being in a training room, like 4 doctors had to hold the hand down because they had to take a needle and shoot up each individual joint. So they have to get inside the joint. And it's not like, okay, hey, you think guy takes a cortisone shot and they stick it in your arm, that numbs it. No. You need about a thick 4-inch needle that they have to actually stick in your ankle joint, in your knee, in your shoulder, to where you get in there, and they actually shoot it up to release the medicine. So they had to individually shoot up each joint for Drew, wait till it numbs up, then put the brace on. Then he went out and threw. And you could tell, you could see the ball after you caught it. Like the ball, the tip of the pin would scratch the football. So that was the last thing. He actually threw harder because the tip was able to dig in and come off the ball.
The fall through's
He
better.
played a couple games like that, and eventually it finally fell apart, thank God. No, I'm kidding. And I got to play in the San Francisco game, the Jets game, and I got to start in Jacksonville in the playoffs. So, but he was one tough son of a bitch, man. A lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we hear the stories about, his resiliency that year in 01.
It's fucking hot in here, Jesus.
Yeah.
It is toasty. It's a hot one.
This
Hot one.
high-tech stuff.
It's a hot one in
I
Braintree.
just turned the fan towards you.
Kostowski, blow some of that this way.
Yeah, Christ.
We're gonna get the air misters in here. It's the bright lights. What's it like?
Oh, it's like this. That's why
what's the 98.5 studios
why do you
like?
wear sunglasses? Because these things are nothing. those high-def canister lights, they're like super amped up LEDs. Murray wears it. Like, I can't do it for 4 hours.
Do you have a story about how Zoe and Bertrand started? Because we got Bertrand's take on how it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, so I was working with Gresh at the time, and Beetle was doing Felger and Maz. He did a great job with them doing the headlines and interjecting and this and that. And I remember leaving work one day, and Beetle was coming in, and the gate opened, and Beetle's car comes in and goes, "Hey, how you doing? How's your partner?" I'm like, "It's fine. Why?" He goes, "You and I are going to be working soon together." I go, "What? Is that what he told you?"
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
That was pretty much it.
So
Well,
that was
he
it. And
thought he thought you really didn't like him for some reason. That was his. I don't know why he said that, right?
Yeah, it's when they met in the
he
parking
did
lot
mention
or
the
something.
parking
There's a
lot thing.
See,
parking
what's
lot.
weird is like
But he was like he didn't think you liked him because
What-
you didn't want to like do it with him. Or
at some point, like when this is all said and done, there's going to be 30 for 30 on our station because like we all started EEI. We did, and I'm thankful to EEI. There's no one that you don't like over there. Like, oh, you hate them? No, we don't hate them. Glenn Ordway gave my start. Actually, it was Dale Arnold and Bob Newmeyer, and I would do Football Fridays with those guys because Glenn would have the touchdown twins, Hobson and Kevin Mannix in with Smarlis and Diassi and those guys. And then that was the cool thing about the big shows. Glenn knew how to take 3 guys about what sport was popular at that time, open the phone lines, and then let's go. And whether it was Buckley, Felger started there, Maz was we were all over there. But then you get to the Sports Hub, how's it all going to work? He had TNR, which is a really good, rock DJ type show that really didn't do sports. That's excelling now in sports in the morning, 6 to 10. We didn't know what we were going to do with Hardy. They knew that they liked Hardy. I think Hardy's one of the most talented guys, if not the most talented guy at the station. And luckily he's with us because he does a lot of stuff with us as the third guy. But at the beginning, like Wallach had to stay and do extra stuff with us. Then Beetle came on for 3 hours, and then they were going to move Beetle to Felger and Maz, and then we got Hardy. So there wasn't you never liked Beetle. I didn't get to know Beetle because Beetle was quickly with us, and I think him like, oh man, I'm the third guy. Do I have a survival rate here?
Yeah.
And bouncing around, and he finally developed into the talk show host he's in. That's a great thing I like telling people is give me 15 random topics, give Beetle 10 minutes to study it, and let's go. Let him drive the bus. There's nobody better. There's nobody can beat our show. Nobody.
No.
And it's been proven. I mean, by our numbers. Spring book's out today, by the way. Can't wait for the Chad Fit article.
What's this spring book?
Eat my ass. That's the baseball book, the all-important baseball book, where we excel more than the Sox that has the station over there.
I see.
So really, when you break up the books in radio, there's 4 books. There's the winter book, which doesn't have great importance because it's post-football. But there's the fall book, which is Patriots football, NFL football. And there's a spring book, which is Red Sox baseball, Yankees, and MLB. And then there's a summer book and winter book. It's the two biggest books to the radio guys in the business. And selling at men 25 to 54 is the winter book and the spring book. And the spring numbers come in today. And then we can start taking vacation like this guy.
Yeah, right? Looking good.
That's Steele, man. Yeah.
You guys
How'd
run.
you get the nickname Steele? Is that like your last name?
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
name,
Mike Steele.
Oh, that's
Yeah, right
That's
there.
creative.
Right there. Yeah.
Fucking bam.
Already there.
just like that.
No, I got my
Had to do
nickname.
nothing.
No, I got my nickname.
How about Naz?
Nazzaro, last name.
Nazzaro. Fucking Italian
we
guy.
got the weird. He's Showtime and I'm
Well,
Magic.
he's Magic Mike because he
Magic
wanted
Mike,
to be
I
a
guess.
male stripper at one point.
That's not happening.
And I'm Showtime because I'm always Showtime ready.
Okay. So I thought like you guys are Laker fans or something.
No, never. Celtics. I bleed green.
He bleeds another green bleeder.
I was at the Celtics.
He probably lost Marcus Smart, right?
One of my favorite Celtics game I've ever been to.
course it is, yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Oh,
talked a lot of shit about Marcus on this podcast, but then when they started doing good, we had to take it all back.
I'm a huge Marcus Smart fan. I never talk trash.
Actually, only really Naz did.
Yeah,
mainly
this
Naz,
whole
yeah,
he's the team guy. I'm not really a big.
To his
fan of
credit,
him,
he's
so.
really. I think this year's he's really matured. And there's been some incidents, and you're a pro athlete, you're young, you get a lot of money. That sport, that league, it's an ego sport, and there's no free agency really. Those teams are all self-created now. LeBron fucking changed everything, which is, I think, bad for that sport.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Did you go to any of
Decide what you
the
go.
finals games at
Nope.
all? No.
Nope.
Do you care about the Celtics and any?
Of course I care.
Yeah.
You know, what I don't care about is sitting in fucking traffic and going to the game and getting bugged and talking about the pay. Hey, what do you think about Matt Jones? Like, we came in, well, the team going to be? You know, same stuff here.
Yeah.
That's
No, I'm
That's
kidding. Like, I like to go to games and enjoy it, and promise getting in and out of there, man. It's a nightmare to me.
It is.
I figured.
I spent 2
I
hours.
figured you got an escort.
So I live in Rentham, so I spend 2 hours driving in pretty much every morning. That's why I'm bitching, Beatles bitching, coming in hot from Hanover now. He's not a Quincy guy. He's in the suburbs, highfalutin
Yeah,
now.
moving on.
So
Hanover
yeah,
High
so
School, yeah.
so we're spending a lot of time in traffic. I mean, a lot of traffic time heading home. As I tell you, only have this till 3 today, and then so I log good 3.5 hours on the road a day. Last thing I want to do is get in the car 2 hours at fucking rush hour and go in and see a fucking sporting event.
That's fair.
Dude,
That
at least
is-
have a
traffic
test.
sucks.
Yeah, that's
Plus
it.
Fenway, I don't fit in seats.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
You're
But I
sitting-
did.
You're sitting,
I
with you're sitting with the commoners.
Last year I did not. We went to the Houston series, 2 games, and we sat down second row. So
What are you
I sit in a big
perfect.
seat. I didn't know they bring shit down to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Here I
oh,
am
yeah,
getting
it's
up,
crazy.
standing in line. Lady comes like, "Hey, we'll bring stuff down to you." I'm like,
They got
"Really?"
the TVs under you too. Is that the?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't want you walking back and forth. They want you just sitting in.
Yeah, they get shit.
That's
thrown
how it
at
should
you.
be.
Yeah, catered.
You
Crazy.
suck.
Leave the walking around in traffic from guys like us. We got to earn it. We got some work to do.
Right. Maz is texting me right now. Attachment. Look what I found. What the fuck did he?
See if you can lock him in. We've been. we want to get. We still got to get Maz. We've got you,
FaceTime him
Bertrand,
right now.
Falcon. Yeah, get
FaceTime him right now.
He's on air right now. So.
Is he? Fuck it.
Wow, your Wi-Fi signal sucks, huh?
Hey, you're not even logged on. No one give you a password.
I'm not. I just can tell. Like usually I get.
No. What service you rocking? Cricket
Ah,
Wireless?
Christ.
No
He's
wonder
got
you get it for
my.
free.
He's got my guard.
Where you at? Yeah.
He's got my insurance card.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
What-
go,
what-
good luck using it.
What's up for the rest of the summer? Vacations aren't you go anywhere special?
So I got a big birthday coming up. My wife's birthday's first week in August.
Happy
Okay.
It's her 50th.
Ooh.
So that's a big one. She did a great job with mine down at Foxwoods. Closed fucking shrine down at like 4 a.m. No shirt.
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah.
Got a big suite there. Fuck yeah. I'm excited to go. So I got to come up with something really creative. So we're looking at like a boat or something. And
Yeah,
we got some
that
fun.
works.
Got that. I'll be down at Patriots camp every day. They have an available practice, joint practices. So I go over to TV during preseason. So I call the games for the TV side. Vegas, we're having joints out there. So I have to go to Vegas for a week.
Have to go. Yeah.
Have to go watch the team play in Vegas. Yeah. And then we have that. What the fuck is going on?
Gostowski's
We
going.
do this shit at the sports event. People get fired over it.
We can't fire him. We ain't
We
firing.
start breaking balls. Yeah, like T-Bone. You fucked up again. Yeah.
What's your go-to thing to do in Vegas? Do you
I've been
do you
since
hate
my
Vegas?
I kind of do. Yeah, because I think
It's hot there. You think it's hot
Hardy,
right here?
Hardy worked there. I'm looking forward to it, but Hardy's like, you know how hot it's going to be. We looked it up. It's going to be about 117 when we're out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
So
It's a hot 117.
I like sitting at Caesar's pool. We're going to be staying at the Wynn.
Okay.
Team staying at the Wynn and all that.
Indoor stadium or is it
Nice,
just?
Oh, it's indoor.
roof
Yeah,
up?
that'll be
yeah.
indoor.
I was gonna say.
Fuck.
You haven't been to that stadium.
I haven't been in
right?
about
No.
20 years. No. Yeah.
I do want to check out that Vegas.
Nothing good happens there.
Nope.
No, not
You're
really.
going there to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas
Really?
is taking almost everything.
And
from
everything's
me.
expensive. Like you're cheap hotels. Yeah, but they get you on the first drink, like $25.
Yeah, we're at the
In
New
the-
York
the
for
first
$50
row.
a night,
Yeah.
but you're getting robbed.
I'll stay at the
I got
fucking
robbed.
luxury. I don't care if you stick a pyramid up my ass. Let me fucking put that sign up there. You know,
No, the Wynn's nice though. The
Wynn's great.
The Wynn's nice.
Wynn's-
Caesars is nice.
They have a good pool. The Wynn, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
The pool party. You think you'd go to a pool party?
I've been to Gronk's. Those are good.
All right.
Oh, the Gronk's beach parties. Those are the best.
Who's the is
that's
Gronk
awesome.
the funnest guy?
Well, real quick story before I go. So one of my best years was down in Miami my last year. So Linda so Marino was great, took me under his wing, and I knew Danny forever growing up in Pittsburgh. So Danny was one of my heroes. So Damon Hewer was a backup at the time, and Damon was a good dude. We all became friends. And I got in there about halfway through the year. So Damon calls me, or no, it was Zach Thomas calls me. He goes, "Hey, you want to go out? We're going to go out." I go, "Cool. Pick you up at 12:30. I'm like, "Oh, this is great. Got a brand new baby. Pick me up at noon. You know, we'll be back home by 6 o'clock with the kids. Wife will be happy. No, I'm going to pick you up at fucking after midnight, dumbass." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, South Beach doesn't start getting going until 2. So he picks me up at 12:30. We go down there. See him in a club. He doesn't even recognize me at one point. Linda Mari's there, Rondé Gadsden. We went party with all these guys, Marino. It was great. Like, we didn't come together until about 5 hours when it's time to come home. You go outside and the lights, and the sun's out.
Yeah.
And it's not like that around here.
No.
No.
And everybody's drinking water bottles, and I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
So you don't have high noons there. You know, no high noons. All water bottles. And everybody had a tackle box in the limo. It was weird. What's in that tackle box? You know?
Tackle box?
Miami, yeah, just a tackle box. You open it up.
I thought you said
It ain't fish lures in it.
I thought you said tackle
something
box.
I'll leave it at that.
Something
I'll leave it at
special,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. One last question from me
Sure.
over here. What really got you into broadcasting?
Bob Lobel. And Bob's not doing that great right now with some physical stuff, but when I was done, I got a call from Bob, and he said, "Hey, you want to do some like pregame, postgame stuff, just TV, see how it goes?" And from that day, I've been doing Channel 4, WBZ, game day, pregame, fifth quarter for, 22 years now. So this will be my 22nd year doing that.
With Burton, right?
With Steve Burton now, but Felger was on there, Numi was on there, all of us, Steve Diassi, Fourier's on there now with Mike Reese. And Bob said, try it. And I did it. I sucked. Like, you go back, and he's like, go study yourself. I'm like, oh, this is fucking awful when you go back and try and listen and see yourself.
Yeah.
And he gave me the best advice. He goes, those guys over there, and I felt bad about criticizing them and being critical of them. He goes, they're not your friends anymore. We're not your friends, but you have a job to do. And you have to understand, when you're out there, your credibility's on the line. You have to call it like you see it. And I think I do a pretty good job of that. A lot of people call me a homer, and I love to listen to Tommy Heinsohn. Tommy Heinsohn's a homer. Tommy never said anything bad about the team. I say bad things about the team. If you get beaten coverage, I say you're fucking on the side of a milk carton. Like, you're getting abused right now. Get this guy off the field. I wanted Cam sat down after game 8. Like, sit him down.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
get him out of here.
yeah. Am I a homer when things are going good? Yes, because I think my job is to convey the
Excitement.
feeling in the stadium as to what it is for the average fan. If you're my mother-in-law and my grandma gave me the two best pieces of advice. When I first started doing it, everything was all technical. Cover 2, cover 4, this safety's going here and that. And they're like, honey, we love you. We don't know a damn thing what you're talking about. So that was great to me. Like, you had to not dumb it down, but to the average person, paint the picture of the person driving in the car. And I think Bob Sosi and I do a lot of that and do a good job of it. Called a lot of Super Bowls. As you can see, Super Bowl rings here. Should have a couple more.
Yeah.
But it was great to work with Gil Santos when you're playing the games, and Gil and Gino were doing games, and you knew it forever, and they accepted me as a sideline guy. Gino just passed away last month. Was a sad time for that. Gil passed away a couple years ago. Those guys were doing it when they were 77, 78, 79, 80, when I went in with them. You know, Bob and I are young guys, and we got a long way to go, and hopefully we'll be able to do what those guys did for a long time. But my job is to convey the emotion of the stadium at that time and the passion for the team, which I think I do a pretty good job of.
I'd say so.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
We agree,
completely
yeah.
agree.
You're
All
definitely
right.
one of the most electric guys
Yeah,
on the
definitely.
air.
Fucking electricity just came on. Everything went dim when I walked in here. It was good. Hey, it's about having fun. You need energy on these things. Don't ever be lame on here. No
Push,
boring
push.
podcast.
That's a good advice. That's,
Click on the pod. I want to click on the podcast. I want some life to it.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's let it ripple a little.
Are you gonna be watching the Kings of Combat?
Will you give us a shout out
yeah.
on the show tomorrow?
We'll give a shout out on the show tomorrow.
We got a bit Saturday.
I told
Braintree.
Beto I was coming on. He's like, oh shit, I did that.
Did he talk?
Yep.
Did Beetle trash us at all?
Oh fuck yeah. Beto like, oh, those guys are all right.
Yeah, he was scared to come in though. He was.
I like you more than Beetle. At least you came in studio.
He's goddamn right.
He's right up the road in Hanover.
hate-
He could have came in.
You know why? Because I'm so fucking anti-COVID and anti-filming and Zooms.
Yep.
I'm done.
we
I'm
knew
done with
we didn't want
computers.
you on a computer screen. We wanted to bring the life
Sure you
into
want
the
me- You
studio.
don't want my mask to come in with me and all that?
Fuck
We're
no.
good. We're past that. Thank
Oh,
God.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Off to better and better things.
Yep.
All right, boys.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on. Zach.
Pleasure.
Thanks, so.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
2022 is here. Do you have your resolution? Here's an idea. Make your way down to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance located in Braintree, Mass. Owned and operated by Coach Craig Kelly, you can be assured you are getting the best training around. Whether looking to improve your health or gain a slight edge on your competition, this is the gym for you. Group fitness classes as well as personalized one-on-one training are both available. Make sure to visit slightedgefit.com as well as follow them on Instagram at slightedgefitness and set up a consultation today. It's time to get fit, so let it rip.
And that was Scott Zolak there, 98.5 The Sports Hub, former Patriots quarterback. Came in like a bat out of hell. Another great interview, but seeing one of those guys in person, it was great to see.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Very cool to get him in here. It's nice when you have the all-star in person, not on the Zoom call. Thank you for coming in.
Guy brought the absolute heat.
Yeah, a couple of rings.
Met him at the bar. I was like, can we get to you? And he said, yeah. And he likes to drink. He had a nice high noon here. He was sweating it out with us.
Yeah,
It's hot in this bitch.
we like
It
to
is
do like
always
the
fucking
preparation
hot.
before the show, like questions and things like that. At one point in the interview, like I was just telling Showtime and them, I was just like, it was better that we just did like the simple questions because you make him go off and then you kind of intersect with our dialogue. So it turned out to be a pretty good conversation.
Shout out Zo.
He's definitely a professional when it comes to carrying a conversation.
Oh yeah,
You better be. Does it all day
Yeah,
long.
even when he,
That's
even when
the
he was
thing. Yeah, that's the plan.
even when he was talking about his like fifth quarter and like his ability to like convey like painting a picture for someone driving the car, you know what I mean? Like I like that analogy.
I will say I ate it like a champ, but like my shoulders are like extremely sunburnt, and he like gave me a nice smackdown a couple times. I was like, I can't like wince or be like, what the fuck?
Did it hurt a little?
A little bit.
He was kind of beating the shit out of you a little bit.
I liked it. I liked it.
That's something you take that to the grave. Like that's a pretty cool moment right
Yeah,
there.
dude, you know,
Zolak punched me.
you see one, you send one. Yeah.
Imagine if you hit him back.
That would've been nuts.
You should have punched him back.
Well, I'll call him tomorrow, threatening to punch him. Yeah.
Speaking of punching back,
Oh, great
Wow,
transition.
hey, we got a big weekend this weekend, Magic. What do we got going on Saturday?
Kings of Combat. It's finally here. It's fight week.
July
Fight
16th.
We are in fight week.
Champs here.
Champs here. We've been yelling it all weekend.
Don't forget to get your tickets. Still some available. Get that pay-per-view if you can't be there this weekend. Remember, it's kingsofcombat.co. Tickets are about, I think it's $25 for the pay-per-view,
You-
$35 for
You
exhibition.
can get them at the door as well.
Right.
Dr. Jim and Braintree.
Yeah.
Doherty Gym.
Doherty.
Right,
Yeah,
right
Doherty
down the
Gym.
street from where we're recording right now. If
One-
anyone needs to pregame, my house is open and available. Club Med will be open that morning.
One
We'll be boxing and training, but
1 o'clock to 5 o'clock exhibition rounds, and then the 6 o'clock to about like 10:30, 11 is going to be the pro fight. So.
Highlighting the exhibition round is going to be Bobby Lights Out Lang. Now fighting against a rough and rowdy guy, Texas
Yeah,
Tony.
big news. Yeah, I didn't.
Breaking.
I knew that was going to happen. Wide Neck has not said
Wideneck
it.
bailed. He stopped
Wideneck
answering.
bailed.
He stopped answering.
I haven't seen him post a goddamn
It's-
thing about Kings of Combat, so I was like waiting for
He
this
deleted
moment.
his video.
Yeah.
He deleted his video. You know, it's one thing we were saying earlier that, you know, if he texted and just said he didn't want to do it, that's fine. But he totally just went, you know, rogue. Like, haven't heard from him since. So,
I don't think that would have been a good. Like
I'm out
Bobby
on it.
would have killed him.
yeah, Bobby's going to kill Texas Tony, too.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know anything about Texas Tony.
People are scared to fight Bobby. It's honestly perfectly understandable. The guy's kind of a fucking animal.
He's gone through like 5. There's been like 5 opponents tossed around to like fight him in this, but at least he's fighting.
Yeah,
they
that-
got someone. It
You
looks
just
like
need someone. You could have had paperback
Dude,
fighting that.
he
I would've
needs
been
to
excited.
fight Jake Paul. Like we just need to get this fucking over and done
Yeah,
with.
eventually.
Eventually, but
He's
yeah.
locking in on McGregor right now, so like,
Maybe he gets loser.
Jake Paul's
Yeah, yeah.
Jake Paul's kind of going through the same thing. He's got motherfuckers bailing on him all the time. And
Yeah.
he has to pull a last minute opponent
but
up.
forget about Jake Paul. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, we
Fight
got.
week?
Well, let me. I got him up here right now. So, my guy.
Well, speaking of changed opponents, mine got changed on me last week,
Okay.
last minute.
the
So
one
now-
that I care about more is
Hey.
Showtime Craig against Blake Gibalt,
Yeah, sure.
something like that.
The
So
Lil Rhino.
yeah, the
That's
little
Lil
rhino.
Rhino.
a name you'll never remember after this Saturday.
Yeah, who?
Blake who?
Who?
Never heard of
So
him.
Steve Gostowski over there, you looking pretty damn good, ready for this fight. What are your No, I'm the interviewer here for you. What are your initial
I'm
thoughts going into
feeling
this?
good. My training's at in peak performance right now. I went to the gym today. I really have I cut back on weightlifting for the fight to kind of not be so rigid with my movements. And honestly, I did think that helped a lot. Like even today, I went back to the gym. I felt just as strong, but yeah, my cardio's there, my punching's there, my footwork's getting better. So I think it should be a good fight. Blake's a strong motherfucker, so I got to just stay away from him as much as possible. Try to not get connected, keep the head moving, and play my part.
You were saying after this weekend, all the shit you've been talking, he's getting angry about it,
Oh yeah,
which is good.
I was talking shit to some of his friends, and it got back to him, and he was pretty upset.
Good.
Ah, fuck him.
So we're starting to stir the pot in my fight. It's starting to get a little dicey. Magic's got a little different.
I stand by it. His
circumstance.
fight will be fight of the night. I really, truly think that.
Fight of the night prediction. Fight of the
Craig's
night
been
prediction.
going hard. I'm proud of him. I think he can.
So
get
what
the
happens
win.
if you get fight of the night?
Nothing. But I just
Ah.
think people will be talking about oh damn that
You never
Craig,
know.
that Craig Blake. Yeah, maybe there
There
is
might be
money
some
involved. I don't
incentives.
know.
We could
Craig,
talk to Justin
if-
about that.
If you get the fight of the night, if Magic tells me it's the fight of the night, I will buy you a 30 rack for free.
Let's go.
Pressure's on now.
gotcha.
Pressure's on now.
I actually want a 24 pack of Coronas, and I need limes.
That's fine. That's even better.
Man knows what he wants.
As,
Champs
as
here.
long as I can get one, because that sounds tasty.
Delicious.
On the other end, we have Magic Mike Medeiros against Kevin Curvels. Braintree Kid against Quincy Kid. Well, Magic thinks he's a Braintree Kid now. But
No, I never say I'm Braintree. But I am, I'm literally walking distance to the Darting gym. So
well,
I am Braintree, but I'm fighting for Quincy.
Let me give you an update on his training before he gives you his personal update. So he stopped training like 2 weeks ago.
Hey.
I had some people over the house the other day, came over before work, had a couple. I gave him the first glizzy, so he had a glizzy. And then he said he was going to come back around like 10, 11. Ends up bringing the whole Irish pub back at 1 a.m. And he was in shambles. So anything you like to add to that?
It's fight week.
Yeah,
It's fight week.
I'd expect nothing less.
I
than
train
fight week.
different. I'm built different. I was watching sunrises with those same people that I brought by. So I was very.
Why was that?
I was very focused on building my corner this week, and I decided that it's no longer about me. It's about my team.
It's about we. It's about we.
It's about my team joining in, and we're gonna take down this Curvels guy. He's got weight on me, but not on all of us.
Who's you in your corner over there, Magic?
I got Steele. I got Anton. I got
That sounds like two losers.
George
right
Proto. I got Tommy Paluzzi. I got a heavy hitting corner. Corner.
That sounds rough.
Can't wait to go 1-0 as a quarterman.
I have a lot of guys that are going to be yelling the inspiring words that I need, and I got George is going to tell me when to duck, dip, dodge, and counter.
He's 0-1 as a cornerman.
That's
by the way.
okay. That's
Was it
okay.
Jimmy Schwan got paced out. Great,
Yeah, that's
great
George.
kid though.
That's
Great kid.
George. Whatever.
I trust my corner with my fucking life, and I hope they're all at the hospital with me if that's where it takes me. Or I hope if we win in the ring, we'll all be in the ring, and we're gonna be the fight of the night,
You know
maybe
who's
too.
in my corner?
Just you.
I
know.
got God on my side.
He's with me too.
Love that.
The big man's always on my side.
The big man.
He's
That's
on
what
my side.
I call
He can't
God
be
the-
on both
I
my
call
sides.
God the big man. All right, then I get the big man.
I think you should disallow Paluzzi in your corner. Personally, I think that's too many people. It's either Anton or
Anton's
Paluzzi.
debated bouncing. He's like, I thought I was your corner. And
Well,
then-
he bought a VIP box.
He
to
bought a
the pro
VIP
fight.
ticket to the wrong fight. Anton still doesn't have a ticket technically to me and Craig's fight, but he will be VIP table side at the pro fights.
Good.
Hammered by that
He
time.
won't
Like,
make. He won't make it.
He ain't
then.
gonna make it.
No, I hope he's in the Thunderdome by then.
It's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Any other
All-day
notable
event.
fights? I'm trying to think.
The
American Ninja's gonna be
American
electric.
Ninja is electric. I remember seeing him at that.
He was my corner man in my Rough and Rowdy.
No, remember seeing him at the Irish bar after in Providence. I remember that spinning
Yeah.
image.
Yeah,
Great kid.
he was legitimately my corner man. Like that, Rough and Rowdy gives you
set it
old
up
Rough
that
and
way,
Rowdy
yeah.
fighters to be your corner man.
Good to
So.
see. Who's this Remu guy is fighting?
I don't know. You know anything about that
No,
kid?
but he has done some celebrity boxing events. I think
He's
he's fought
got-
under some of the last.
He's got
previous.
20,000 followers on Instagram.
Yep.
It's all boxing stuff.
Yeah,
Looks
no,
like
he's
ready to ride.
been fighting for the last couple of years,
Yeah.
so he has been training. I think he does do like some sort of
Literally the
amateur
last
boxing.
like 50 of his posts are just him boxing. So looks like he's like in there.
You guys got
Ready to go.
predictions
For what?
for what happens to us? A couple people are saying we're both going to get knocked
we should
out.
do a Steele Nazz. Who said that?
I heard it. A good amount of people this weekend were saying we're both
Who
going to
said
get
that?
knocked out.
Who said that?
Well, I went to the softball game after your great fundraiser. Shout out, Craig. Had a great fundraiser this weekend.
Yep. Shout out to the shanty for everyone down there making
Raised
it
some
possible.
good money for
Yep, raised some-
pancreatic cancer.
Yep. So
Research.
shout out to everyone coming up.
I went to softball after that event, though, and people were talking.
Who's talking?
A
'Cause
lot
they're
of
getting
the
knocked out
Rags
too.
guys.
Oh,
Hey, Rags.
Oh, you went to the Rags game?
Yeah.
You play?
I didn't play.
Oh.
I was on the team opposing them. Rags picked up a nice two-win day.
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
they're a fun team. I'll shout them out, but they were saying we're gonna get knocked
Still
out.
5 games behind us, but yeah, good.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, the team sucks.
Warthog.
Team sounds like a bunch of losers.
My predictions here. I think Showtime's going to come to play and just win this. I think no one give him a chance. I don't think he cares about anyone else. I think he's going to take him down. And you know what? I still don't have a prediction for Magic Mike's fight because I don't know what kind of attitude he's going to bring. Is he going to bring the I'm the partier, I'm just going to put on a show no matter what happens type of thing? Or is he going to get evil in there? Is he going to look at his cornermen and say, fuck all you guys, I'm going to do this on my own? You got
Fuck all them. No,
you got 3 1-minute rounds.
they're
No.
gonna get me angry.
Do this yourself. Do this yourself. avenge that rough and rowdy, performance from before and dominate.
Avenge it. I'm 1-0.
I mean,
James here.
James,
here.
talk to him.
James
Talk to
if
him.
that's the way you want to put it, all right.
I mean, yeah.
That's the way it is.
It's not.
Facts are
his
facts.
His amateur record is 1-0.
That is absolutely a fact. And it will be 2-0 after this
I
week.
technically have an amateur record of 1-0 also
How's that?
from Golden Glove boxing when I was 13.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right, so we got some undefeated records on hand.
Champs here. Champs here.
Champs are here.
I beat up this 12-year-old girl.
Honestly, when people ask me if they're like even when I go to the gym, they're like, "Oh, have you ever done boxing before?" You
can say yeah.
If you've ever done boxing when you're younger, please don't go to a boxing gym and say, "Yeah, when I was like 10 years old," because that doesn't count.
Yeah, they probably didn't. Yeah, they probably didn't let that ride.
You lost about 20 years of rust on that.
It's like
so.
skiing when you say you skied when you were 10 and then first time you ski when you're 25.
You wipe out.
You wipe out, but then you come off and your legs feel like a bunch of cinder blocks.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Same. When people ask me in the gym, you box? I was like, I boxed once for 3 weeks.
I dabbled.
4 years ago. So yeah, no, I really haven't. But it's all good. Neither
How do you
is
feel? Do you feel stronger than before? Do you feel like you're more in shape?
I feel good. I mean, I've definitely been shadow boxing in my mirror. My skills are getting better. I've been watching YouTube. So maybe I haven't been in all the classes. We're gonna spar tonight, so I'm good to go.
All the classes, any of the classes.
I've been to some classes. Curvels. I don't know if he'll listen.
Curvels has been
Curvels
there every
is
day
too
with
focused on
Bobby
whatever he's
Lang.
focused on. You can't train for me, Curvels. You cannot train.
Bobby Lang's been taking Curvels under his wing. That's the only thing that scares me.
Champs here.
Good save right there, cornerman. What a cornerman. I just want to add this kid in a pickle.
We're going to leak on into the Boston Celtics. They finished losing in the NBA Finals, but now they have picked up a premier point guard in Malcolm Brogdon, sending, I think, who was it?
Tice.
Aaron
and,
Naismith.
Naismith.
Malik Fitz, and I think couple picks, right?
Yeah.
So Malcolm Brogdon, I think, initially right out of the gate, averages 19, 20 points. They initially want him as the sixth man. I like him as a sixth man. I think it will create more opportunity for him to come off the bench and even play with a different unit so he can be like the scoring guy.
Yeah.
They also got Danilo Gallinari, which is, I think, a big step off the bench as well. So instead of seeing, the 6 or 7 unit rotation that you saw this playoffs, you'll see more of a 9 or 10, which,
that was the goal.
The Green will eventually run deep.
Yeah, that was it. That's what we were all talking about. Is like we just made the finals with 7 players in theory. Like, get actual NBA players on the team and progress, get better. And Brogdon's going to be great defensively, offensively. And Gallinari, a 3-point shooter that can hit something.
Yeah,
that.
Just seems like he's a guy that's selfless and willing to support in terms of whatever role is asked upon. Sometimes you get a point guard who's making the money he's making, the points he's averaging, and be like, no, I want to be the guy. I want to be the starting. I don't want to be behind Marcus Smart. I want to be the starting point guard. And, the fact that his comments initially, I think they had a press conference today about, how he's, willing to do whatever it takes for the team, I think really stands out to his character and, how he's going to help the team get forward. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Matt Ryan, not the NFL quarterback, but the Celtics guy who was on the bench all playoffs. Summer League last night, dropped 25 points, including the game-winning three-pointer. He had an interview after the game. Had an interview after the game, went undrafted. I think he went to Chattanooga or something like that. A year ago to this day, he was delivering DoorDash, and no job or anything, just like a DoorDash.
Now he's hitting buzzer beaters in a Celtics uniform. Gotta respect it.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Maybe a future Steele Nazz guest. We'll see if we can get him on the airwaves.
Matty Ryan, Matty Ice, I'm in.
Yeah. Matty Ice, that's easy.
Yeah,
that's easy.
Where's Gallinari been? Was he a Nuggets guy?
He's bounced around, but he was on the Hawks last season. He just drains.
I remember the name. He's pretty far into his career though,
yeah,
right?
13, 14 years.
Okay, yeah.
2K Warrior. Drains in 2K.
I don't know how good he'll be defensively, which will probably hurt his minutes, but he can drain. He can shoot from the perimeter.
Oh yeah, and the Celtics have so many good defensive players too. We need a guy that can drain. More than.
Well, that's the problem. They have so many good defensive guys where if they're not getting stops, they're going to be like, Danilo, get the hell off the court. We got to get some stops here. So you even look at a guy like Peyton Pritchard, who I know it's his size that makes him not the best defensive guy.
Yeah,
but
he's trying.
But he doesn't. He doesn't get on the court sometimes because they need stops. And It's definitely not going to be a set in stone. Getting back to the finals thing. This East runs deep.
Oh yeah.
I miss the Celtics. It just hasn't been the same since that playoff run was fun.
Yeah,
that was a fun time.
It was a tough let go. Tough to see Draymond Green win that. But it is what it is. We're moving on.
Yeah, I'd rather literally anything else than seeing Draymond Green win anything ever again.
Yeah,
that sucked.
Yeah, he had some good sound bites at the parade though and stuff.
No, he was even worse there.
I know.
Yeah,
He was ignorant.
I know.
It was cooler when he was shitting on Cleveland and stuff like that. He was shitting on us. Didn't like it.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you're right.
So we haven't gotten into too much baseball, on the podcast, I think, here this year. But a big playoff field type in the Red Sox-Yankees series over the weekend. Obviously, the Yankees the best team in baseball. They're up 14, 15 games on the Red Sox. But, we thought I was talking to Steele on Saturday. I was just like, this is a wash. The Yankees are up, 2-0 in the series. And then, you know what? They came right back. Verdugo with a big walk-off. And then, the bats really came buzzing Sunday night with 6 unanswered. So I'll have the first take on this. I think it's a good step going forward. They need to get their pitching healthy. You have actually Chris Sale is making his season debut tonight against the Rays. The guy Bellows his first 2 starts has been getting blown up, and then you have Nathan Eovaldi come back next week. So I'm hoping this pitching comes because, as I've said time and time again, this team only goes as far as their hitting. So I'd like to see their pitching show up. How about on the Yankees end?
The 4th game was just probably the worst game they played all year defensively and stuff like that. But over 162-game season, it's just going to happen. So not that worried about it at all. The 3rd game, Wandy Peralta instead of Clay Holmes in the 10th. Well, Clay Holmes was in it before, I believe. But, just sometimes you don't win it. And I could care less about dropping 2 to the Red Sox.
Yeah, no, it
doesn't make a fucking difference.
It was almost like an it was more for Red Sox fans. This is getting embarrassing. If you guys went up 3, I almost said to myself when we were losing on Friday when they brought in. Actually, by the way, Jackie Bradley Jr. throwing 93 from the bump. Get him off, get him out of the outfield, get him pitching.
Yeah, give him an inning.
The guy cannot hit. Just have him on the mound. He couldn't throw strikes at the end, so he started throwing 75 just to get it over. But it was.
He gave it his all, and then it was just fuck. I'm not used to that.
A 93 mile per hour heater, strike or ball, not bad. I agree with that move.
Oh no, he's got absolute heat.
Are the Yankees the best team in baseball right now?
Yeah, by
that's
far.
that's a statistical
it's not,
fact.
It's
not
close.
me just being a homer.
Yeah.
They are.
They're on the way as one of the best records ever in baseball. They're 61-25.
Fuck.
After 86 games.
It's gonna be great when they blow. It's gonna be great when they blow.
No, that's not. That's the only thing we really have on our hats right now is they'll blow in the playoffs. Whatever, move on.
Whole world's praying for it. Can't wait.
Endeavors does still have you guys pretty well, despite splitting
He
the series.
has Garrett Cole. That's it.
Which is all he
owns.
Garrett Cole's a loser. Actually, can we do a little hate here? Joey Gallo might be the worst baseball player I've ever seen.
Still a better right fielder than that fucking Arroyo guy. Dude, are you fucking kidding me with that guy? That was the saddest thing.
I think I texted you, not even coming at you, but is Joey Gallo the worst baseball player you've ever seen?
And I was like, you're not coming at me. Yes, he is. That was my exact response.
He's
that guy
batting $165.
Jeez.
He needs to bunt to get on base.
They had him drag bunt, and he was still out.
Well, he was the one who hit the pop up that Arroyo looked like an idiot. That pop up was wild because it was he stood there and was just oh, I can't find it. It's at least run one way or the other, no matter if you don't know where it is, just so it looks like you're hustling. Although it would have looked fucking sad if he ran in and the ball was just landing. All right, so I'll give him slack there.
Someone did that in softball last week 2 times, and that looks what I rather him be I can't see because of the lights. I think that's a better move than misreading it or whatever.
I disagree.
He looked this kid looked like an idiot.
The picture
his
of
team
him
was pissed.
Just,
he got moved.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen. That was tough. That's tough on a little league field.
Or you could be
it's always tough if you
never
can't
mind,
see where the ball is, or if you just misread it and choose. That's how you're gonna play.
Not to hit on my guy Colin Donnelly, but he stood there waiting for the ball, couldn't see it, and nailed him in the jaw, broke his jaw.
Tough scene.
Broke it?
Yeah,
literally, wired
he
shot.
sat in the S6 one day, told me and Steele what happened and was just like thinking that we weren't gonna laugh about that.
Oh, that I thought this was like an MLB guy.
No.
This happened in like softball,
Yeah,
baseball.
Quincy Warrior.
Yeah, House Neck League like 5 years ago.
Sheesh, that's not good. That is not good.
So I'm hoping the Red Sox can bounce back against Anton's Rays. Tough drop last night. Bello pitched awful again. Seems like he's not ready for the spotlight yet. He's gonna be good, but he keeps leaving his secondary pitches aren't doing well for him.
And it is 2 starts against the Rays, correct?
Yeah,
Both the starts.
Randy's
That's
just all over him. Randy's looking dandy, man.
Well, it Sox Yankees again this weekend as well.
Yeah, that's that they have them and the Rays like 14 straight games. So right now they're 3-5.
That's horrific scheduling making.
The Sox got to get hot.
3 and 5 is honestly not bad.
We got to win these games.
Yeah, they gotta at least go 500. So I think if they gotta win tonight, they got Chris Sale on the mound. Hopefully he's a spark plug. Or who knows? Maybe he breaks 5 more TVs. Who the fuck in the?
I hope Chris Sale sucks tonight. I hope he breaks everything.
Like, you think if he sucks, he'll break some shit again?
Like,
No,
I don't think
no,
he's
I
gonna
think
suck
he's
all year. I
past it.
think he'll get back to like being like good again. I honestly think that. But like tonight, his first game back, like I hope he gets fucking racked.
It's a tough ballpark. That's an aquarium they have down there in Tampa.
Yeah, I hope he walks everybody because I think that was like the biggest thing in that like
They
game.
walk 5 guys.
Yeah, and that's to like him. Like he walks like 5 like every 2 months.
That's the thing that I keep stressing on the offense. If they don't have offense, they have nothing.
Yeah.
Like the guy Winkowski the other day didn't pitch well. You had even the game they won on Saturday night there. I forget Croswald or something. He didn't pitch well either. Like it just at what point are they just gonna get a good start?
I didn't know like a single pitcher those first 2 games that you guys.
Yeah, I'll give Nick Pivetta.
Like I know Pivetta obviously.
Pivetta battles. Pivetta reminds me of like not like the way Jake Peavy pitches, but like his mentality. Like he goes out there with his heart and fucking screams it.
I love that. I love the Winchesky guy though, because like he got absolutely annihilated and then was like, I'm not that impressed with the Yankees lineup. And it was like, dude, you just got crushed.
How many runs?
It was like 6 or 7,
Yeah,
and they were all
And
bombs. And they were all bombs.
Did he start?
Let up 6
Yeah.
earned on Friday night, Thursday
Is
night.
he? Yeah, I think.
And then he was just like,
Is
ah,
he the
they're
dude
not
with the
that good.
beard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy you hate who I'm starting to like a lot is Rob Refsnyder. He stepped in as the 4th outfielder for the Red Sox, and he's played well. They need someone to fill that right field position because Jackie Bradley sucks. Seems like Frankie Corderos can't find a position. He's a good bat, but he can't play first. He's an all right outfielder. If Rob keeps stepping up, then they're gonna have to play him. How about Andrew Benintendi back in Boston? How about that? That'd be cool.
The ladies love him, but it doesn't
How
get me
about him
going.
and
Yankees are in there.
how about
too.
him in the
Rumors
Bronx?
Yankees are on there. Yeah, Yankees are in
So,
there.
mail out your guy who was I just
Joey Gallo.
Yeah, for a washing machine. I heard they need a new washing machine in Manhattan.
Joey Gallo, Benintendi, straight up.
Those
Why not them?
electrical prices in Manhattan downtown there, the Bronx. It's got to be expensive, man. Got to get a good one.
Just want Gallo off the team. Don't even care.
I want the Yankees to have the best record in history and blow it
And blow it.
biblically somehow.
I hope. And Garrett,
This in the world's have a great playoffs and just blow it in the World Series. No offense, but that would be funny.
Give me all the offense.
no, they say don't
Feed
say
me
no
all
offense.
of the offense.
Feed it.
This is my corner guy.
I hope they get
no
the.
offense.
I hope they get the
Yeah, I hope
Sox
you get
in
knocked the fuck.
whatever
I
the
gotta keep you happy.
whatever the format is. I hope they get the Sox and the Sox beat them up. That's what I want.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or the Rays.
That ain't gonna. Yeah,
You're a Tampa guy.
I'm a Tampa guy. The Sox ain't doing much damage this year. I don't, unless these pitchers come in and fucking do some.
No, they're gonna
damage
do
right
great.
now.
They're gonna
They're
do so
just
much
waiting.
fucking damage.
They're just waiting for good pitching. Once the good pitching comes, they're gonna thrive even more.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see when these boys come back right now. Tonight's the beginning of that, or
Hopefully.
not, or it's the beginning of the end.
Yep, beginning of the end.
When's the All-Star break? Soon.
Next
Home run
week.
derby's next week.
Oh,
Honestly, very cool part. It's Albert Pujols' last season, so they're letting him in the home run derby. I think that's gonna be fucking sick. I think
hopefully he puts on a show.
I think
Put on a clinic.
I think Vladdy Wagon is back in. That wagon's gonna
I
hit
think
some
so.
bombs.
I think Schwarber's in it too.
Schwarber hits bombs. What's his name is back. They were saying it the other day. Who's the Mets guy?
Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
He's going for the 3-peat.
Yeah, he's a bad man. A lot of home runs in L.A., Hollywood.
That's what it's gonna be.
Who's going to be hung over the most after that night going into the All-Star game?
I mean, if Schwarber wins the home run derby, he might be up till the All-Star game.
Yeah. So you got Bogarts and Devers going to represent the Red Sox, I believe. I don't think anyone else. That seems quite deserving. I know Devers is starting. Bogarts back up, I believe. But how about Yankees front? You got Judge, Stanton
I got Judge
starting.
and Stan starting and several pitchers. Nestor Cortez
Oh,
is there.
that was a
Clay
pretty cool
Holmes is
video.
there.
I saw that with Aaron Boone, Cortez
Yeah.
there. Seemed well deserving. Yeah, good to see.
Yeah, there's another one, I think. Some reliever, I forget.
Whatever happened to Brandon Lau? I was watching that last night. They have another guy, Lowe, which was freaked me out. I'm like, did he just become
his
someone
name.
different?
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah, it says he's on the 60-day DL, but I'm like, all right, did he just take steroids last year because he had 40 dongs and 100
Yeah,
ribbies,
that guy's a piece
and
of
then
shit.
just completely dropped the ball against the
Doo-doo on
Sox.
the Rays, yeah.
Yeah, Brandon Lau. I'm sure if Matt was here, he would interrupt us all, start screaming. This guy's whatever. Yeah.
I could go for him screaming right
Oh
now.
yeah.
Saturday.
You love his screaming. Yeah, you love his
I
screaming.
do.
Anton might have his own magic minute. The
What do you
Anton
mean?
minute. He just needs to come in with that screaming for a minute at a time.
Shout out Sean Callahan. We might get a nice unhinged podcast going for him.
Oh Jesus, definitely not.
I'm not going to talk too much about
Yeah,
it, but maybe it could,
tough
I
scene
think
for
it could
that-
be
tough seed for that kid.
He
last
get
night.
Sean had a tough
he get too
weekend.
embarrassed to do it.
Why is he getting out
Why?
of control?
What-
Was he getting
Is
out
he
of
out of
control?
No, just stories of hinge dates gone wrong. Maybe unhinged, and Andy can be unhinged as well. He does rant. a
Oh
bit.
yeah, I thought he was just
Yeah.
going off the rails.
Yeah.
Double
We
entendre on the
We
title.
could- yeah, it's just a good name for him. I hope he takes it, or I got to do something with that name because it's too good to not.
Yep. No. Okay. So spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the Stranger Things season 4, part 2, or if you're just not caught up, then I would suggest that you don't or skip ahead or something.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Oh, there we go.
11 dies.
Yeah, they're all
11
fucking dead.
They're
dude.
all dead.
I
Every
will
single
say
one.
the worst thing for me was I thought this was the last season, so I was like, what's going on here? This doesn't. I'm not getting a wrap up vibe here. And then I was like, oh, there's one more. I didn't know that till it was done.
Let's
really?
let's
Wow.
work.
I
Let's work this.
I
Are we
literally
just-
was like,
shook
the
when
show's
that
done.
ended.
I was
Okay.
like, what's
Are
happening
we just
here?
talking final second part? Are we talking did we already
Whole
wrap
season-
up?
do
You
the
can
whole
talk about
season.
you can talk about the overview.
New character Eddie.
Great.
Amazing.
He was
Legend.
electric.
Steele said
Electric.
that he is Eddie. I believe you said that
Legend.
this weekend.
From beginning to end, guy fucking nailed that role. Great actor.
He
great
clearly
position.
fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy fucks.
Master of puppets.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Come on. Yeah.
Just trying to
Final scene.
fucking bats
What
to
else?
Is he dead?
distract him.
Can bats kill you?
I think he's.
I-
think
those
he's.
are like demon
I think
bats,
he's
like, yeah.
alive in the under. The what's it called? Fuck, upside down.
Upside
Yeah.
down.
I think he's a part of the upside down. Now.
My
I don't
main
think we're
thing-
done with
yeah,
that.
if you don't ever see someone physically die on camera, you can't ever rule them
The only
out.
one that really smoked was Nancy's friend there in the season
Oh,
1.
Bob.
Yeah, they were just like,
Shit.
all right, you're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
They're like, you're
Fuck
done.
out of here. Fuck out
Like
of here.
Eddie's passion to music's too strong. If that's what that conspiracy with Will being in the upside down because he was singing the song that his brother showed him. That's a conspiracy that when Will was taken in the first season, he was actually taken by Vecna. That's why you can hear clock sounds in it, and because he was singing the song that his brother showed him, that was like how he was able to stay safe in it.
It
Now,
does-
is Will gay? Is Will gay?
Oh yeah, Will's definitely wants
Like
to
a
bang.
trillion
Yeah,
percent.
yeah.
Will's been through hell.
He was like,
Will just doesn't give a fuck about fucking anything.
Yeah, that rectum's torn. He's
Will got fucked hard by demon gorgons and
Demogorgon.
demogorgons and Vecna. He's been through it all.
The only beef I have
Will's
with
crying.
Remember that? Yeah, he's
Will
always
cries
crying,
a lot,
dude.
man. Cries a lot.
Like Will's like, dude, I love L. He's like, what the fuck, dude?
Will's one of the worst characters on the show.
He,
I hate,
worst
Great
character
bowl cut.
all time.
Great bowl cut.
One of the worst.
but I
all-time
think he's
characters.
gonna have a huge season 5, and we'll
yeah, because he
regret
didn't do
this.
much. He didn't do
Yeah,
much in season
it's
4.
setting
He was
up for him
crying.
to have a big season 5.
Now I think
Vecna snaps
I
him in
beef
half.
with
That's the
the,
only thing I want.
writers. I don't think enough people died. I think more should have died. They said, "Oh, we're not Game of Thrones." I'm like, yeah, but maybe you could have killed a little
It's a
bit more
kid
people.
show, isn't it?
They should have
Nah.
killed Max.
They should have killed Max.
No, it was
Max is still
cowardly to
alive.
not do that. Like Max, great character.
them,
not
like-
that I wanted to die, but like as the writers, like cowards.
No, but
Yeah, you
the-
gotta-
gotta,
sad.
yeah, you gotta
them
have
toying
a
with
Have
killing
some
Max is
spine.
I love Max. Like
Oh,
I've
she's
grown,
a great
I
character.
grew with Max this season a lot.
Yeah.
Max is a great
I
She's
thought
character.
grown. She's grown.
I don't want her to die. Like,
She
so
showed
I'm
me that
invested.
Kate Bush song that's electric.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just dragging it out longer so the kill really hurts. They're like,
That's
we're not Game of
possible.
Thrones, and then they just
Yeah,
kill
she's
it.
like, I just came back from a
possible.
9-month recovery of having all my arms and legs
Yeah, just
broken.
snapped to
Yeah, then
bits.
first day just killed.
Now Winona Ryder, like smash or pass.
Oh, fucking smash.
Well, you got
yeah.
some good, you got some good questions. Definitely smashing.
Dude,
Smash.
Winona
Yeah,
Ryder's so
100%.
hot. Like when
she's
she's
good
like,
enough.
I'll take
no,
sloppy
like,
seconds off of
and like,
fucking Hopper.
and like I want like a time of when I do it too. Like Will just got kidnapped. She's like wicked vulnerable and like screaming and shit.
You want her at a low point?
We'll look in 30 minutes. Just come lie down for a second.
Now, who's your top character? I like Hopper's my guy.
11.
Yeah, Hopper probably.
Yeah. Maybe it's not 11.
Oh, no, 11's been pissing me off. She just like is.
I got a
she
right
just gets
field
bullied.
answer.
Yeah, she
I
just
got a
gets
right field
bullied.
answer.
All right, let's hear it.
Murray.
Murray.
Murray's
the
pretty great.
guy.
Up there.
Murray's-
Up there.
If I'm anyone in, yeah, I'm Murray. Speaking Russian, flying planes,
Yeah, Murray's a
hands of
beast.
steel.
The Russia sub. At first, I didn't know I was gonna go, but they did a pretty good job with the Russia thing.
You remind me of
Jack
the peanut
and,
butter
Jack and
smell.
Hagar coming out of nowhere, being in Stranger
What's his
Things.
name? What's the peanut butter smuggler's name?
Igor.
No, it wasn't Igor.
Yuri.
Yuri.
Did
Yuri.
you just say that?
No, he said Igor.
No, your favorite one.
No, that
He said
Murray,
Ivor
Murray.
yeah.
Murray. The the guy with the beard.
Oh yeah.
Conspiracy
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Conspiracy guy.
How about the like when they went up against him just right away? Just the Demogorgon just takes off like a head, fucking gets after.
Oh
it.
yeah.
That thing's a tough fucker to kill.
That
Even-
show,
Hopper with the sword.
that
was
show
pretty
goes from
legendary.
like kid show to like people just getting like snapped in half
Same
so quickly.
thing. I kept
So
thinking
quickly.
that when I'm watching the show, like there's sexual innuendos, like there's like adult jokes, like there's pretty some violent scenes in there. I was like, dude, this started like I was watching this when I was like probably PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like
then,
when people die
yeah.
on that show, they do get murked.
Well, that's the thing because of the COVID layoff. There's a 3-year gap between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, these guys aren't no longer kids; they're getting to adult. That's why they're only doing 5 seasons because it's gonna be pretty fucked up.
Well, yeah.
If they do a 6 or 7,
It's
and
only
like these
it's
guys-
only been 8 months in the show.
yeah.
So like yeah, I think it's hilarious. Like I think they should have kept like other kids in the classroom still like 8-year-olds, but then just had them be like huge.
yeah.
like sitting in the desk next to them, just massive.
They've
be
gone
like,
through so much in the 8 months.
Yeah, they've grown. They've matured.
They live in. They have real estate in the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Any early predictions for season 5?
I also wanted that. I liked the Vecna character a lot before he was
Oh,
Vecna.
oh.
Like
Well,
I like him in the fucking
One of the best
insanest,
monologues
whatever that place
I've
is.
ever heard.
Yeah,
the
that
one
was-
he went off about like this is me. You find out that he's like number 1.
Oh yeah.
That I think it was the 2 before the last one. It was before the last.
It was the last episode
Yeah,
of
season-
part
of
one.
part
Part
one.
1, just like him going off of being like, oh no, there actually wasn't like a ghost or a scary thing in my family's place. It was just me killing my family. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good writing. Great. That was solid
Good
writing.
stuff.
Papa
Great stuff.
doesn't always tell the truth.
Papa getting murked was great. Papa sucks, but Papa's great.
Papa was great, but he does suck.
The new the stoner kid's pretty good this season. He
Oh,
was funny.
Argyle, legend.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's banging.
stud.
What's his girlfriend's name? Those little trivia for you right there.
I won't remember.
The black hair girl. That's Dustin's sister's.
If you can
oldest-
remember that
Dustin's
name, I'll be
girlfriend's older
shocked.
sister. You remember it, Adam?
No.
The older sister's name. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Nope.
The girl when they're in their like crazy house and she's like upstairs and her and Argyle like go outside and start smoking weed together.
Weed's
I
tight.
remember it only because I remember watching it with you, and you're
It
like,
was-
I love this.
It was a show that I watched way too much of all in one time.
Yeah.
So I need
What's
to
her name?
go back and watch.
Her name is Eden because he goes like the garden.
Oh
You would remember that. You loved her.
I love her. I love them
She's
all.
hot.
I
She's
love them
hot.
all.
And
Nancy would smash
Oh
her
my
pal.
god,
yeah.
Nancy's such a whore, dude.
No tits. No tits.
Hey, I'm a big small boob guy. Don't be coming at Nancy. They're getting
I
bigger.
feel for Steve. When Steve was doing the RV, he pulled basically like my game. He was like, I have dreams about driving an RV with 8 kids and like you in the next. Like, how many girls do you think he said that to? Maybe it's just me.
That was that was legit like your story.
And
Just
I,
like,
I felt that hard, and I want my Nancy. I'm looking for my
I
Nancy.
did my
out there.
homework. Steve, character Steve is from Newburyport. Let's try
Yeah,
to
he's
track
from
him
Mass.
down, get him on the pod.
That'd be awesome.
That would be legendary. We got to get Steve on here.
Let's get him
We
on.
can get him.
That guy.
Just
Steve,
has,
we're
like-
coming for your
Just
ass.
has like 5 million
So,
followers.
so
He's
what's it
definitely
gonna
answer
be?
us.
Is it gonna be Steve and Nancy, or is it gonna be Jonathan and Nancy in the end?
I think Jonathan dies. Steve gets it.
Oh my God! What an early prediction right there. A Jonathan death would be so
They
unexpected.
need to. If they don't have more deaths this last season, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, there's got to be. I mean,
There's gotta be.
it looks like the apocalypse.
I like don't. I don't want him to
I mean,
win.
they did kill us. They killed 16 in
Well,
the little.
I feel like they don't want to kill him because
I like
they're,
it. I like
they're
it.
like all like a family. You know what I mean?
there will be big
I
deaths
need
in
that
this last
show.
season.
I need that
If it-
show to happen. Just the bad guys fucking win.
Yeah.
Thrones
I-
didn't do
I
it.
thought
Well,
that-
that's what I thought was happening when I
Oh.
was like, "This is the end of the show." I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Ozark
Like,
didn't do it either.
yeah, no, Ozark did it right.
Yeah, I
birds
like.
won.
I like the end. I like the
The
end.
birds won. The
Well,
bad people win
The
sometimes.
people who say that, like, not to really get off Stranger Things, but the people say that Ozark didn't end well are idiots. They didn't understand that the
I thought it ended.
That's
very
how I
good.
feel
Took me a
about
little
Game
bit.
of Thrones, though.
Oh, Game of Thrones was the worst ending I've ever seen.
Yeah, I disagree.
Oh, well, that's awful.
Why do you think it's? the
You
worst
had
ending?
fucking Bran Flakes as your fucking
I
winner.
didn't hate that. but-
Bran
That's-
is literally an omnipresent, fucking all-knowing being. The fact
Both
that
of
he
them
wouldn't
suck.
be a
Fuck
leader.
you guys.
So if you're saying, "Hey, give me a shitty leader, or give me someone that literally knows everything about everything, past, future, and present, to protect our kingdom," why wouldn't you want that ability?
Bran was here right now. I'd throw him down the fucking
Dude.
toilet.
He'd
Swirly
probably,
time.
like,
He would've seen
mind
that
fuck
coming.
you.
Yeah, I'd rip the brakes off his wheelchair and just fucking
He'd
kick him
literally
down the
go
street.
to. You'd go to punch him, and that like light would fall, and then like break your hand, and then you'd be like, "Wow."
So overall, Stranger Things season 4.
I'd give
1
it
to
a-
10.
I'd give it a 9.8. Okay.
Yeah, literally like a
More-
9.9. I thought it was awesome.
More deaths would be about.
Yeah, no, I give it like a 9.1 just because of the lack of deaths.
9.3. Good.
Yeah, we're all in the
ballpark.
nines,
Yeah,
so we're
about
good.
a 9.5 average. So from Steele
Uh,
Nazz
You
show
better-
reviews.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, if
that's
you're
it.
gonna watch
Yeah.
it now, we
Also-
literally just ruined the whole thing for you. But
Yeah. Also, Murray also was in who's it? The other guys, and he tries to get
Yeah, yeah.
Will Ferrell to fuck his wife.
Yeah.
That's how
That's him?
that's how I remembered him. I was like, oh fuck, that's him.
completely, I know. You
You
know, Arnie Palmy alert.
Yeah.
Arnie Palmy alert.
Ani Pami.
Shaved.
And he's like, get the fuck out of my house.
When he's running after Will, he's like, "You better get back here and fuck my wife." I didn't know that was Murray. That's awesome.
Yeah, that
Speaking
is.
of fucking wives, transitioning into
Perfect.
our last topic
Nice work.
of the night. So Zach Wilson, quarterback of the New York Jets, former BYU Mormon, was dating this girl, like high school sweetheart or whatever, and they broke up for an unexplained reason. His best friend, who was the wide receiver on his team, forget his name, now is dating exclusively his Zach Wilson's ex-girlfriend. And when they dropped it like publicly on Instagram either yesterday or the day before, people were just like getting after him, like, you're an asshole, like you're supposed to be Zach's friend. And then she commented saying, we broke up because he fucked a bunch of his mom's friends. And then it went viral. Zach Wilson, the quarterback of the Jets.
Zach fucked whose mom's? Like whose friend?
His own mom's friends.
So that's why he broke up with the girl that now dates his best friend.
So now the new slogan is throwing bombs, fucking moms.
I like that. Did you make that up or that?
No,
that's
that's
going
that's
around.
what-
That's it.
yeah.
That's it.
That's just what it is. It is what it is.
He got better publicity because of that comment and then without it.
What, the throwing bombs?
No,
Fucking-
just that the
No, like
The ex-girlfriend-
She thought she was shitting on him, and like now
Yeah.
they're just T-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Now the Jets are gonna go positive this year, calling it now.
Yeah, I think the kid stepped 1 year in New York City and
And-
just Satan.
And
took
you know
him
how
over.
many moms he's gonna be fucking?
Whichever one he wants.
Oh,
and he. I mean,
Whichever one he wants.
I agree.
Ah.
Zach Wilson is an exceptional talent, and yeah, you're right. He'll be fucking some moms, but anyone who's ever talked on these airwaves about the Jets actually winning anything is an idiot.
Yeah,
Dumb.
they're not-
Shots
like,
fired
they-
in that
like-
time.
Yeah.
I like this for Zach. Was his ex a smoke show or anything?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she was.
I'm-
Yeah.
I mean, he's a
he
good.
might like older women.
Yeah,
we
he-
know a guy like that.
I mean, a lot of NFL guys are good looking. Like he's a good looking dude. Like there's nothing weird about saying that.
And didn't his girlfriend isn't she already dating like his best friend anyway?
That's what I was just saying.
So yeah, like she's yeah.
She sounds like she sucks. I hope he fucks all the moms this year. I mean, anyone,
Just-
any
just
available.
go 2-15.
Don't be ruining. He shouldn't be ruining marriages. I don't think.
No, I agree.
But like single moms, you know your guy now. Like
Yeah.
he's the starting QB for the Jets, and he's throwing bombs and fucking moms. He wants you, so fuck him. Go
Yeah.
get it.
Go get it.
Go get
good
that.
way to end
go
on.
get that mediocre
up.
Jets quarterback tech. Or come to Tampa and get that Tom Brady fucking
He's not changing.
meat missile.
Yeah, meat missile. Yeah, want to thank Scott Zolak for coming on the show, as well as Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, and the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Magic might need him after this segment here. Big help there. Episode, what was this, 85?
I'm losing track, but 100's coming. That's gonna be.
coming.
We're gonna do something big for 100.
Oh yeah, we'll have a
episode
party
100.
or something like that.
Maybe live show for episode 100.
Yeah, could be.
Possibly.
That might shape up right.
This is 85. Yep, so 85.
All right.
That's all from Steele Nazz. Best of luck to Showtime Craig, Magic Mike, and the Kings of Combat, and Justin, and everyone who's helping along Hedge Better. Lights Out Lang. Seems like it's gonna be great at the Darty Gym in Braintree. Starting at 1:00 Saturday, July 16th, coming right up here.
Champs here.
And
James here.
that's all from Steele Nazz.
Let's go.
Yup.
Fight week.
Yup.